The truth is, most men spend their lives trying to impress women with money, looks, status, or charm. But they forget that attraction isn't built on what you shows, built on what you trigger. A woman doesn't fall for a man because he's the loudest in the room. She falls because something deep inside her recognizes a rare kind of strength. This is not about manipulation or cheap tricks. It's about understanding how human nature works, how desire forms silently, and how stoic masculinity, calm, centered, and unshakable, can awaken something powerful inside a woman's mind. Most men never learn this. They chase endlessly, trying to earn validation, while the few who understand these silent weaknesses become the ones women can't stop thinking about. That's the difference between being forgotten and being unforgettable. When you walk into a room with genuine stillness, not arrogance, not fake confidence, but real inner power, something shifts. Most people will never notice it consciously, but women will. They feel it before they see it. This is the quiet strength that Stoicism teaches. Not needing to impress anyone, not reacting to chaos, not begging for attention. When you master this, you don't chase. You attract. And when you attract from that place, you awaken specific vulnerabilities in a woman that make her instinctively lean closer to you without even understanding why. These weaknesses are not flaws. They are deep psychological triggers, emotional codes, built into human nature. The key is to understand them with respect, not exploit them, because true power isn't in control, it's in presence. One of the first silent reactions a woman experiences around a man who lives with stoic calm is a subtle pull. Her nervous system picks up on stability like a magnet. Most men operate from chaos, from neediness, from loud performance. A stoic man radiates stillness. When she stands in front of him, it feels like standing near something grounded and unmovable. This creates an emotional contrast in her mind, something primal, something she can't rationalize but can deeply feel. That feeling makes her pay attention. She starts to study him more than he studies her. She looks for cracks, for flaws, but when she finds none, she doesn't run. Away she leans in. That's the beauty of controlled mystery. A woman can resist words, but she can't resist energy. And stoic energy is unlike anything else. It's not cold, it's warm but firm. It tells her, I don't need you. I choose you. And that one silent message touches a deep feminine instinct that responds to strength. She may be surrounded by men who want to impress her, flatter her, fight for her, but the one man who doesn't beg for her attention becomes the one she can't ignore. Her curiosity becomes her weakness. She starts imagining who he really is, what he's hiding behind that calm face, what kind of world he lives in. And when a woman starts imagining you, you've already taken space in her mind. Another hidden vulnerability lies in emotional control. When a woman argues, tests, or throws emotional storms, most men respond with ego. They react, they defend, they try to win. But the stoic man doesn't react, he observes. and his silence is louder than any raised voice. This calmness makes her feel something most men can't: safety and challenge at the same time. She realizes she can't break him, and paradoxically, that makes her want to get closer. Emotional storms are often subconscious tests. When she sees your unshakable center, she begins to admire it, even if she doesn't admit it. Her weakness isn't your dominance, it's your stillness. A woman can yell at 10 men, but the one man who doesn't lose himself in the noise becomes unforgettable. There's also a psychological weakness in women that few understand. They are drawn to men who can lead not by control, but by direction. A Stoic man doesn't wait for permission to exist. He decides. He acts. He moves through the world with quiet conviction. And when she stands beside him, she can feel that certainty. It doesn't make her small. It makes her feel secure. Leadership here isn't loud speeches or big gestures, it's presence. She doesn't need to ask him to be a man. He simply is. This awakens a biological response in her, a craving for stability, for a presence that allows her to soften. And when a woman softens around you, it's not weakness, it's trust. Another powerful trigger lies in mystery. The more predictable you are, the more easily a woman's mind categorizes you. Once categorized, you lose her emotional attention. But a Stoic man doesn't He is not an open book. He lets her wonder. He lets silence speak. She finds herself thinking about him long after he leaves the room. Why didn't he try to impress her like the others? Why didn't he explain himself? Why does he feel so rare? This confusion isn't negative, it's magnetic. Uncertainty creates attraction. When a woman can't fully understand you, she starts to crave understanding. And that craving pulls her closer. Physical presence plays its part too. Not just in appearance, but in posture, in the way you hold space. Stoicism teaches control over the body. A calm posture, slow, deliberate movements, controlled breathing. Direct but soft eye contactees are not just behavior. They're signals. A woman reads them subconsciously. When a man moves with intention, it communicates confidence without a single word. And when she stands near him, her body reacts before her mind does. This is why many women feel an unexplained spark around a man who says very little but stands tall. It's not about being the best-looking man in the room. It's about energy. Another weakness lives in emotional depth. A Stoic man may not speak constantly, but when he does, he speaks with weight. His words are chosen, not spilled. He doesn't talk to impress. He speaks to express what matters. And women notice this. Most conversations are noise. But when you speak in a way that makes her feel seen, not flattered, but truly seen, you bypass her defenses. Her weakness is connection. She may flirt with surface-level charmers, but she only bonds with the man who touches something real inside her. And Stoicism gives you that power because it keeps you grounded in what matters. Another deep trigger is the refusal to be owned. Many men, once they feel interest from a woman, start to bend, to please, to prioritize her above themselves. That kills attraction. But the Stoic man remains free. Even when she gets closer, he doesn't abandon his path, his purpose, his mission. And this frustrates her yet. It pulls her in. A woman's desire intensifies when she realizes she cannot fully control a man. She may say she wants to, but subconsciously she respects and desires the man she can't own. This isn't arrogance, it's strength. Your path is your foundation. When she realizes you won't abandon it for her, she realizes you're different from the rest. Humor, when balanced with stoicism, is another crack in her armor. It's not forced humor, not clown energy. It's subtle, calm, unexpected. A dry remark, a slight smirk, a playful silence. This kind of humor doesn't scream, "Notice me." It makes her want to notice you. It shows lightness without losing strength. And when a woman sees that a man can be calm and playful at the same time, it creates emotional contrast, one of the strongest attraction triggers. It tells her, "I'm not afraid of the world." That energy is irresistible. Finally, the greatest weakness isn't something you do to her. It's what your presence makes her feel about herself. A Stoic man doesn't try to convince a woman to like him. He embodies a reality where she feels more feminine, more seen, more safe, more alive. Attraction isn't about forcing someone to desire you. It's about becoming someone whose presence makes desire inevitable. This is the essence of Stoicism in attraction. When you master your emotions, your silence, your presence, your purpose, you stop chasing women and start attracting their deepest instincts. Most men never reach this point. They get stuck in games, tricks, or desperate validation. But when you build yourself into someone unshakable, someone with purpose, someone who doesn't need but chooses you, step into a different league. Women feel it. They sense it. They respond to it. And those who don't simply weren't meant for your path. That's the quiet strength of Stoicism. You don't run after anyone. You keep walking your path, and the right ones follow not because you begged, but because they felt something they couldn't explain. And that, my friend, is the real power. The world has changed, but human nature hasn't. Women still crave strength, not aggression, but emotional stability. They crave direction, not control, but leadership. They crave presence, not performance. And when you understand these hidden weaknesses, not to exploit, but to understand, you gain something most men will never have: quiet power. You don't need to be the loudest. You just need to be the calmest in the storm. And that alone is enough to turn heads, to make hearts beat faster, and to make her remember your presence long after you leave. And here's the ultimate truth. A woman may desire many men, but she will only crave the one who makes her feel something deeper than surface attraction. That man is grounded, centered, silent, and powerful, not because he tries, but because he is. That's what Stoicism gives you. It turns you into a storm wrapped in silence. And when she stands in front of that storm, her defenses melt, her curiosity grows, her heart races, and she doesn't even know why. but you will.